Wait, he isn't here. You just fucking with me. Ah! No. Okay, so YouTube would not accept my 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 pre-scheduled stream. It wouldn't take it on at all. Thanks, Spoons. Spoons. But when I went live, it recreated like that old stream from like 2 months ago. It doesn't matter. But then I created a whole new stream, and it actually, I can't show you the screen. Well, I guess I could. It actually recreated the scene that I have at the studio at Mini Wargaming, and it was using my mixer from Mini Wargaming. Now, which is weird because I use Streamlabs at home, and I use OBS at the studio. So I have no idea why the mixer is in my audio devices. Alright, we're here. Jackson needed it at night. Thank you, Spoons. We're painting Mordheim. Mordheim had... No, it's fine. Well, a bit of a setback. It's fine, though. I went to go... Tolkash! Thank you for the 10 euros, dude. No comment, though. Nemo no name member for 12 months. Oh, we need more Ratto Steve. Oh, I have a bunch of rats for the rat. Mordheim Warband. It's Mordheim. I could play with the Pestis Warband. The starting warbands will be Sisters, Witch Hunters, Skaven, and Undead. What's your UK branch of Mountain Miniatures? Don't have one yet. So I went to get my Mordheim terrain. And it was right there. That's true. It's Stormbolter. Yeah, we're trying to keep the warbands to be the only the starting. Just not the main book. So I went to get Chibird member for 8 months. Just got back from Nova Open, and they had a massive amount of fantasy stuff. And went in for to a mini panic trying to figure out if you need anything. Oh my god, that would have been awesome. You never know. You never know. There's always that. There's a handful of characters I'm still looking for fantasy. I call Stormbolter Daddy. It's okay. No dwarves. Missed you this morning. Let me know. Oh, I'm so big. Yeah, maybe after. Give me a second. I have to switch over to that stream and add the microphone. So on that scene, the mixer is there as well. You know, I'll just stay like this. I was going to zoom in my face. The hell happened to my Streamlabs? So I'll just tell stories and I'll switch back to the camera. You guys can hear me in the sentences as my mic disappears from different scenes. That's pretty fun, right? Okay, so yeah, my Moreheim train. No, I don't have that model, Tolkash. That'd be cool, actually. So all my Mordheim terrain got given to the store to be put in use for the tournament hall. So I went to go gather it up. Half it was missing, and the other half, I know, and the other half was, let's call it damaged. It needed a bunch of work. So for the last couple of days, and it's going to take me a lot longer, actually. I've been printing off new terrain on the printers. Printing your terrain, I have 6 Mono X, Mega X, whatever. I have 6 large. Well, I don't. The studio does 6 large printers, and it's going to take weeks to print new terrain. That's unfortunately going to throw us back a little bit. I can show you later, Stormbolter. You can kind of see it. I know you can't see it's off camera. I'm trapped in by the equipment. but he is in that closet right off camera. Cullen, he has his own business. He's working doing his own thing. Okay, we're gonna paint some more time though. Has anyone tried multi-basic swarm balls? Oh yeah, I just struck. That was one of the big draws for me for what's the game called? Brain farting. The other square-based fantasy game that ripped off Warband Fantasy. Kings of War? Kings of War. You can make little dioramas because the individual models didn't matter. It was just the Kings of War. Thank you, 6 million. Yeah, yeah. Kings of War was just that was like a really cool thing. Oathmark, no, not Oathmark, but definitely Kings of War. When am I coming to Warhammer World? One day, my dude. One day. I actually like that. That's not like one of those like blow off statements. I actually mean it. One day we'll get my ass up there. I need to buy new brushes. Can't find what I'm looking for. I have not seen Praetorians on Instagram, Stormwalter. But it's something I'm going to look after this. I'm going to need that one. I'm going to need this one. I'm going to need this one. Can Lucas' dad convince Colin to give up the silly... well, he's got to run his own thing, right? Oh, jeez, right. Nico. After the stream, is it not gonna be delayed for you? I've had a very busy day. Nico's dead. I did not, Larrybeck. I will definitely take a look. I actually was on the Discord a bit today. Ooh, this brush is messed up. We must invade Warhammer World. Oh, I'll catch you. Hey, buddy. You support when and if you can. We will keep doing this no matter what. That goes for everybody. We appreciate the support. But you gotta pay the bills first. I'll be playing. Well, oh, actually, sorry, I lied. There's actually one more Warband in the initial campaign. There will also be the Carnival of Chaos. I'll be playing the Carnival of Chaos and the Witch Hunters. And if I get too many games in, I'll make another Warband, one of the human ones, just so that because I'll be in the majority of them. I'll have multiple ones going. Any plans for Phil to come back? I can't talk about that flammable hero. So that should answer that question, right? Actually, but yeah, no, we definitely got to do it. I don't know if Games Workshop has a problem with me or not. I know their department is really busy, but I can't seem to get through as a channel. Every time I get through like the first email, once I explain I'm from Mountain, like the follow-up emails, like what channel are you from, Mountain Miniatures, I get ghosted after that. So I think I may have done something or said something. I can't think of what it is, but we'll go to Warhammer World and ask, or should I just let it go? Just give it up. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of maybe I just don't care anymore. It would have been real helpful. Save some money in all the Horus Heresy releases, but I was able to make a deal with Mini Wargaming. I got the vast majority of the models anyway. Okay, no, I'm gonna go ahead and assume they're just busy. Let me talk to Mr. Workshop. Like, to be fair, it's not even. I can't blame Games Workshop. It's the community team. Remember, it's a big company. You have a lot of departments, right? I wouldn't think nothing of it. I would just assume they're really busy. Except for I've gotten to the same spot multiple times from multiple different emails. So yeah, you've contacted the right people. We would like to work with you. What games do you cover? What's your YouTube channel? I'm dead. That's true. Sorbo, you haven't seen everything. Actually, tomorrow, I believe tomorrow. Live free. I'll be playing the Witch Hunters first. I'm gonna check my schedule. I believe tomorrow I'm putting up a battle report with 4,000 points of Dark Angels in it. Let's check the content schedule. Tomorrow's the 6th? Yeah, tomorrow. So you'll see vast... You know what? No spoilers. No spoilers. The Stormbolter, I think you're gonna laugh, my dude. Without giving away too much, let's just say a few models felt the curse. If I made a fancy YouTube channel, would you support if we talk to Stormbolter? That managers could never work from. I do love spoilers. No, I do. I love me some spoilers. I love. Here's the problem. I love talking about my hobby too much. I want to talk about the game because for me, I played the game last week, right? I want to talk about that game, and then half the time, by the time they go out, it's like I don't remember what happened. That was weeks ago for me. This model is can you focus? Going to be the auger for the sisters. Oh, in our campaign, we're going to allow sisters to use swords at the normal cost for swords, only because these models were just too perfect not to use. All joking aside, Jackson and I kind of fought over who was going to play Sisters of Sigmar in the Mordheim campaign. The kid won because I like everything. Should we assume the insanely good Dark Angel HQ is present? Well, what's the insanely good Dark Angel HQ? Is it Johnson or is it Marduk? Because they were both there. Yeah. Tell Curie. The saber looks like it got a really good buff. I have one in my list. I don't know if it got buffed or not. Oh, Corswain. No, Corswain has no models yet. Or no model yet, obviously, right? So I'm not a big converter. Dark Angels has some nice characters. So when his model comes out, I'll play him. This is from that Nether. I'll send me in chat. What's the name of the skirmish game that's not Mordheim? How's it going, Zach? Nether. Hell, I can't remember. I got a couple models from that in my Warband. In fact, this is from there as well. I did a little conversion. I chopped off his axe and replaced it with a hammer. Oh man. I'll fix that later. Got the hounds from that kit as well. Not Bushido, Zach. No. From Games Workshop. It's that Age of Sigmar skirmish thing. It's like Mordheim, but not like Shadespire. But what's it called now? Nether Maze. The Underworld's out on nice. Yeah, it's just got it. Yeah, good. Cannot wait for Mordheim. Yeah, I freaking love Mordheim too. That's why I was able to. That's why I was able to let you guys talk me into doing it again. I'm already in the works scheduling a Path to Glory campaign and a Crusade campaign on this channel. Actually, 2 Path to Glory campaigns because I got it narrowed down to 2 people that I was going to do the campaign with. Both guys are awesome, so I was going to do both of them. One, you probably haven't seen him. Has he been on my channel? Yes, he has been on my channel for like Age of Sigmar 2nd edition. This is years ago. His name's Tom. We're gonna do one with him, and then Mini Wargaming. I don't know if you see him on camera too often, but he pops up in chat now not from time to time. Brandon King. He's one of my mods. He's one of our old editors. He's going to do a Path of Glory with me as well. And the Crusade campaign, I'm probably going to do with Jackson, but that's not guaranteed because I may just want to keep doing more Mordheim. And then one day there will be a fantasy campaign as well, but I want to figure out my style and my thing before I commit to that. Yeah, Zach, I love skirmish games. You know that. Just the day job makes the big games too easy, and actually easier for me to do. Horus Heresy Path to Glory? Okay, so, weirdly enough, there was almost an interim Horus Heresy campaign on this channel. I wanted to, like, rush out a campaign. And, like, Horus Heresy would be really simple. But then I decided, wait a second, no, we're not going to do that. You'll just take away from Mordheim. Or the speed in which I put Mordheim out. Whereas, yeah, there was almost a Horus Heresy campaign. The problem is the Horus Heresy pre-written stuff, like the modules to follow. Oh, no, it was weapons fell off. I can't remember what it was called. Vengeance? Is that what the campaign was called? Horus Heresy? I don't know if it really holds up anymore. I have to look into that. There'll probably be Necromunda as well. Cat Bond. Necromunda's pretty fun. I need to find time. Zach, how far away do you live currently? Frickin' Peanuts! Welcome to the Mountaineers, Frickin' Peanuts! You have a really fun name to say, Frickin' Peanuts. Do you know I can't do any of this stuff without people like you? I appreciate that support like you honestly wouldn't believe. I get to paint miniatures and hang out with a bunch of people who love miniature games because of people like you. So thank you. Like, I mean that sincerely though. Not even joking. Ash Waste. Oh man, there wasn't Matthew and I started working on an Ash Waste campaign for Mini Wargaming, and then what happened? What happened? Okay, so Matthew and I are sitting in a studio with a bunch of books on the table, and we're preparing an Ash Waste campaign, and then something came in, and they're like, oh no, we gotta stop and do that now. So something recently had come out. I'm not trying to be vague, like, it's already been out from, whatever it is, it's been out for a while. Maybe it was a Tyranid book? No, it couldn't have been the Tyranid book. I don't know. Something came out, something arrived in the studio that day, and we're like, oh, we have to do that instead. We have to work on that. What would you say is your biggest bottleneck as a channel currently? Editing time, playing time, something else? Personal time is it for sure. Editing takes more than most people realize, but not for a battle report. And everything I do just takes hours. It's just more time in the day. One moment to Google. I know I'm like 4 hours from the border. I would 100% would move. I know it's still very much in the air, but do you have an idea of how regular the Mordheim vids are going to be? Joe, I got some bad news for you, bud. Your name is Gray, which I totally understand. It's completely fine. But this is pretty much going to have to be a green name type thing. So I'm going to put out one video for everybody that everybody can watch, and the rest will have to be behind the paywall. Because this is not going to make me any money. I want to put that out there. Like, I know I'm going to keep saying to remind myself, I'm going into this campaign at a loss. I know this. But I've already got I have not quite $1,000 into the campaign, and I haven't started filming yet. We're getting it's actually not quite $1,000 business started. It's a little over $700 already invested in the campaign. So I think that the paywall has to, the campaign will have to go behind it to justify it. I don't know. Maybe I'm winging it, guys. I'm winging it, to be honest with you. More nice. The 20 people. There's one way. Hey, Joe, remember all this stuff I just said about freaking peanuts? Your name isn't as fun to say, but everything else everything else applies. Joe Gone Green. Steve doesn't need friends. No, I don't need money either. I'm making. Oh no! Oh no! Her whip broke. Oh well. It ain't gonna stay on if I glue it. Yeah. So, on my deathbed, the only thing I'm gonna remember are my victories. So, I just categorize them in my head. Like that's the most important thing in life, right? All the victories you got on the table. So yeah, that's why I try to stay focused on that. Tragedy, Mordheim canceled. Mordheim too good not to go green. Well, okay. I have a few. Okay, I'm gonna remind myself, Mordheim is not here to make me money. So I'm gonna keep saying that. However, I'm pretty sure it's also the future of this channel. Reading into that what you will. I have already sold this data of mine. You guys all find out later. This campaign is already pre-marketed or set up. There was 25 at the last morning coverage. We're gonna get all 25 of you here. No, okay. So all joking aside, I love to joke about how Mordheim doesn't do anything. So no WAP then? In Mordheim? Or in general? There will be WAP again. But not in Mordheim. To keep Warhammer Fantasy is something that's so important to Luke and I specifically, that we will get bored of one edition if we stay on anything too long, so we'll have to keep jumping around. Oh, no. Entropy. Okay. Alright. I gotcha. dick move, bro. See how I blocked that in my head? There'll be... I've had victories with my WAP Beastmen. I know because I've categorized them all. Yeah, Cap one. This is not how I normally would paint. These would be half done if it wasn't on camera. I will just slap it on, move on, slap it on, move on, slap it on, move on. Will campaigns of all kinds be a big... yes, Nico, for sure. Like, for those of you who have been a fan of mini wargaming, I got hired after doing a campaign with them. Because campaigns will they always get like a fraction of the views, but they make the vast majority of the revenue. So all the bat reps you see week to week of mini wargaming is pretty much supported by the campaigns done in between. So with knowing that information, I'm gonna try to replicate what mini wargaming has done in my own way. But so I like doing them, but clearly I haven't. How do I put this? I'm gonna do them so that I can continue making the battle reports I just have fun doing. Thank you, freaking peanuts. Yeah, that made them so much money. They hired me. I'm not saying they made that. Like campaigns made them realize that they need more employees. There's a better, more humble way of putting it. Because it just takes a few people, right? Steve hired as a sugar daddy. And honestly, like, okay, so I've also all of a sudden don't know why, because I've never had a desire to make a campaign in my life. Recently, basically when I caved in the Mordheim thing, is when I was like, you know what? I'm kind of interested in trying these myself. No, Vlad, the campaign won't be streamed. It'll be a regular handheld type battery port thing, except I am gonna. We all heard it. Steve is the greatest thing. That's what I believe. Flammable Hero. Yeah, actually, if you look at all of these models here, oh, I didn't break it. This is the two starting warbands. This is the starting warband for the sisters and the starting warband for the witch hunters. What was I saying, Steve? The streams. Okay, yeah. The camp Mordheim will be done like a standard handheld campaign, except I'm gonna film it in the live studio using the computer instead of the camera. Well, the camera obviously will be there. We're not going to record the clips on the camera, record the clips on the computer, because the way I want to edit this will be something different, something that you've never even seen mini wargaming do. Most of you probably won't even notice the difference, and some of you will notice why it's different. It gives me more control in the editing stage later on. That again, most of you probably won't even notice it. It's gonna make my life easier, but it's also gonna make the filming time longer, like a great deal longer, actually. Probably about twice the time per battle report, maybe 3 times. Dementia. How many cities in the old world start with some version of more? Well, more is the word for death in. Like the old world. I think it's German or something. Oh, and I'll continue to read your super chat. Games Workshop showing you really only know one Latin word. Okay, so it's a Latin word. I thought it was German. There's me answering a question before reading the entire super chat. Frickin' Peanuts, how far away do you live? I'll play you. So I'll tell you something that one of the editing things that's going to be done, potentially. Oh, California, you're away. No, you're too far. you come to me. Would you ever try to a GoPro at mini height? Well, okay, so that's going to be so all the filming. Okay, I know where my strengths are, and more importantly, I know where my weaknesses are. I know I am the worst cameraman. I'm shaky. I move too fast. I'm bad at holding the camera, but I'm okay with it. Like I've gotten as good as I'm gonna get. I'm gonna record everything on a tripod. I'll get back to that in a second. Vlad M. Dang, any chance we can get some behind the scenes videos of you or Lucas shenanigans while filming? Every pre-game and post-game is our shenanigans. But yeah, there'll probably be some sort of a cut for that, Vlad. Something. I don't know what yet, but yeah, there probably would be actually. So all the filming shots will be wine country. Well, all of Canada's wine country. Well, sorry, all of Ontario. All the shots from Mordheim will be tripoded, steady cammed, or like static cam. But they'll be shorter clips than what you normally see from me. But I also, what I want to do, and I'm going to tell everybody, because if I say it now, I'll have to work harder on making sure it gets done. Based on last Thursday's stream, Lucas shenanigans were in front of the... That's Flammable Hero, no joke. He was in that costume all day while I was filming with... I filmed with him for like 12 hours that day, and he would not take the hat and glasses off. He got in his head, that was him for the day, and that was it. Dude, overpromised. Okay, so it's not even that big a deal. So one of these things are on here. I'm gonna put this on for a second. This is one of the overlay things I was working on. This is not a yeah, it's on the screen now. But what I want to do is this isn't a screen that you'll see typically. This is something you're actually for a very small thing. But what I want to do is when I say I activate, let's give this guy a name. Let's call him Johan. When I activate Johan and Johan's moving, I want a shot of him in one of the, like, say he's in this window here. Where's this camera? Where's the camera? Maybe there's a shot of him that is super close up, super high res. That's always there for when that model is activated. Because most of the time you'll see over his shoulder or something like that, and you'll see, I'm going to point to the screen like you can see my finger, but you'll see black background static shot of that model every time that model activates. Now we have the equipment to do it. You need there's a lens. There's a lens we have to put on one of our cameras that's like, it's like an inch round, but it's like a foot long. It's like a long, thin barrel lens. And it gives you super close-ups, super sharp, high-res shots. Except for, I don't know how to use it yet. So I can't make the shots look right. Now, I don't want to bother the old guys, like the Brandons, and ask them how to teach me how to do it. But next time they're around, I'm going to get them to show me. And hopefully they're around before I start filming. A little bit. I want stats, equipment. I want all of that. Absolutely, that's what I want to do. I'm gonna probably. I want to attempt to put more editing in it than filming, but I want to overpromise. Because there's a point where, like, okay, Steve, you're just playing around too much. You're playing around too much. Just put it out. But either way, so I have to learn how to use that lens. I have so much artwork done. I think I'm going to show you guys. Hold on. How does I put this here? Ah! That's the Witch Hunters. Let's just delete that. Here's some undead. Cool shots of Weirdstone. I was thinking of a way to get more people to sub this channel, and the idea was, and there's some bloopers happening. Yeah, see, that would probably work. It's just that the level of editing is a stupid amount of time. Unfortunately, I've been having a blast with AI generated art. It's just so much fun. This is all just computer generated. The sisters were a rough one, kind of like a background stuff. So we can find the well. So I'm gonna show all this kind of stuff when, like, if you guys know Mordheim, I know what you do. Most of you do. I'm going to show all the stuff that happens while doing the exploration. To a degree. No goblins, Zach. We're sticking with all the only warbands from the starting book. Our modern might be just. Yeah, Dementia. I'll say it again. I'm loving the AI generated art. I have put too much time into it for fun. That's just. Yes, Bane, exactly that. The stat. Well, okay, so there will be. Their full stats probably won't be on the screen while activating, but I want their full stats and equipment to be on the screen while each model is gaining experience or leveling up type stuff. Is that Death Wizard and the Hammer guy? No, this is going to be. Oh, wait. This will be from your angle. What's the name? I don't have the box here anymore. This is from Warhammer 40k. Sisters of... No, this is... what are they called again? The Nuns with Guns? Why am I brain farting? Sisters of Battle. Death of Sororitas. This is a named kit box set. Comes with this model and a banner. I just shaved down all like the tubes and stuff. Got rid of the holster and just made it all fantasy-esque. To be the Sisters of Sigmar Augur, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But this is from Warhammer 40,000. Cool model. I think it's perfect for the Augur. We're using these as Sigmarite Warhammers. And like I said already, a couple of these models are from Shadespire. So are these dogs. And then this is from Curse City. Everything's from Games Workshop. Because I want them to not hate me. And this model and this model is also from Sigmar. I can't remember for what purpose. I'm sure it's Cities of Sigmar. A couple of Witch Hunters. Later, Larabic. Dementia. Everything 40k is something from the old world in space. Yeah, exactly. DEFCON. I think it's a father-daughter duo. Witch hunting duo. What's his name? Jackson's starting warband is 3 Sister Superiors, because all you're allowed to have. The matriarch and the augur, and then 6 sisters with swords. Mordheim needs square bases, right? Nope. You can play Mordheim. The base actually doesn't matter. Well, the type of base doesn't matter. You just measure to from the base. There's no front. What's his name? There's no front or rear or anything like that in Mordheim. So you can play in a round base if you want. We actually had a long discussion, Jackson and I. Actually, I say long, no short. Should we just put them on round? Because models typically look better on round bases. But like he was like, no, we're going square. I'm like, all right, kid. I like that fighting for square. Because I do believe models look better on round bases. The game just, like, the square base game is just better. But yeah, he was the one who advocated keeping the Mordheim models on squares. And then for the Witch Hunters, these 3 models are going to be the Witch Hunters. We got a Witch Hunter Captain. This is a Warrior Priest. We got 2 Warhounds. And then 5 Zealots with maces, and they got torches in their hands. Just gonna put something else in their hand. No, Caveman, that's exactly what it is too. You'll see some of these models in fantasy moving forward. Even a lot of D&D minis are using round bases. Yeah. Yeah. Like, we can make fun of whatever we want, all we want, but I know it's subjective, but I truly do believe the models do look better on round bases. Round base is so much better. It looks more natural. Yeah. Yeah, Cap on it. I agree. I'm using Gilman Flesh right now. Yeah, is it here? I love contrast paints. I will be highlighting this flesh up, but it's a good, simple start. And honestly, for many parts, I will only be highlighting the muscles on these guys' arms and faces. Other, like, hands, I might highlight some knuckles. I probably won't. And I find contrast. Okay, I love contrast. I find contrast actually makes my I can only use contrast paints while streaming. I can't paint with more traditional types of paint on camera. You want me to explain that? I can't. I feel right now for squares. Yeah, well, hey, I like squares because I like Warhammer Fantasy. But more than Warhammer Fantasy, I like collecting miniatures and painting miniatures. That is truth. If I had that weird genie with a gun holding it to my head saying, hey, you have to make a decision. You can only paint or you can only play. For the rest of your life, you got to pick. I'll never play another game again. This is my favorite part of the hobby right here. And then I'm just trying to make a business out of the other half of the hobby. I like Reichland Flesh Shade Gloss for that purpose, Cat Bond. Have you guys tried the new shades? They tint the models a lot more than the old formulas. In fact, if you're around my age, you understand when I say they act more like the inks of old, in my opinion, than the modern day shades. This guy's got no teeth. I resisted contrast paints for a long time. Then I discovered how easy it is. Yeah, I think a lot of people had some bad takes on them and put them on the internet. I think some people thought they were meant to just slather them on your models and that was it. And it was supposed to make you... No, it's just one more tool. Like, if I wanted to leave this model just like that, I'd more than happily, once it dries, the shine goes away, more than happily put that at the table, and I would, like, more than good enough. Do you know how much... Jeff Sunning, I love Devil and Mud, my good man. Flesh was one of the hardest things for the longest time. Like the first layer. So how I used to do flesh is I would actually use Elven Flesh for everything. And then I would Devil and Mud, or Agrak Shade. And then I would paint it again with the Elven Flesh on the high surfaces, just to get something like that. The Gilman Flesh has been like, it's like the greatest thing for painting. I think everybody's showing a Gilman Flesh or any other flesh tones. To be fair, I have them all, but I only except for Orc Flesh. Nobody buy Orc Flesh. That thing is utter trash. I have all the new contrast paints, and I've opened up like 6 of them. I haven't had a chance to use them all yet, and so far I've liked all the new ones. And then, like, Cullen, for example, does not like Wildwood contrast. He says he hates it. And Wildwood's one of my favorites. But it's one of those ones that you do have to thin down a little bit. It's not the easiest thing to use right out of the pot. I think these things are... I'll keep advocating for them. These are a fantastic tool. If these things existed when I was a kid, I got more things painted. Oh, they also teach good habits. Like, I would just slap on the flesh color and then repaint. It's like how do I explain this? If I was painting this 10 years ago, you see this part of his vest? Is it on camera? There, this part of his vest. Because I'm using contrast paints, I'm keeping that the same primer color, which is gray sear. If I was painting this 10 years ago, that would be covered in flesh right now. I would just slather it all on, cover the whole model with Agrak Earthshade or Devlin Mud, and then repaint the whole thing. I don't know why. It's just, contrast, I think, to teach better habits. Old inks were so varnishy. I like that, though, Live Free. Yeah, see how it just different tastes. I love a good shiny model too. If you don't like, that's one of my big draws to Bretonia back in the day. Every model had a Hemet. Just buy Orc Flesh, use other green stuff. No, Space Green Bob. Okay, I'll joking aside, before you recommend people buy Orc Flesh, I don't mean it's bad as Orc Flesh. I mean it's a bad contrast paint. It feels like it doesn't spread. It's very blotchy. It's like, I don't know. It's nothing like the other contrast paints. I can't find any use for it. I was playing around with the new, like 3 of the new green ones. Like, every other green contrast paint is really good. I can't think of another green I don't like. But Orc Flesh was the... I just didn't cover. I use Orc Flesh for goblins. Ugh. The Militarum Creed and Militarum Green and Camel Creed are like the 2 I've been using like crazy. And then I've opened up, what have I been using recently? Mantis Warrior Green is a little vibrant, but it has its uses. Oh, this is the one. Okay, so how I painted my Beast Naga Boys for 40k was just a bunch of different layers, but like this would have replicated much of it quite easily. This gut rip of flesh. I find that it does separate like in a day or two. It reseparates. Like I have a vortex mixer over there. I can mix this up really well. It'll probably take 15 minutes of just shaking it to get it really mixed. In a couple of days, it separates again. That's not necessarily it's not a bad thing, but oh, is Croxer Scales green? Is this one new? I don't know if those are new or I just started using it. This is like one of my new favorite ones. Oh, this is so good. Bad Moon Yellow. Oh, I use this already as well. The way I used to do Green Flame, this just does the same job faster. One request from Mordheim: if you end up with a terrible roll, do a gem stand. It's going to be harder with the way I plan on filming it. Dementia. Once I learned that snakebite leather could be used to paint brass and iron warriors. Yeah, it actually can, can't it? For orc flesh, you better off using Dark Angel's green than highlighting up with warpstone glow. Yeah, I like all those things. Every model has a helmet. But if you did it right, every model was different. Yeah. Some content is bad. Well, I agree, Capon, but like I think at this point we kind of know which ones are not great, which ones are really good. Like Agro's Dunes, like I've I've purchased like 6 of them since it came out, maybe even more. I use that one like crazy. This is new document. Oh, okay. The only one, last one was the. I haven't opened that one yet. It's. I don't know if you can't. Oh yeah, it's in this box right there. Oh, Skeleton Horde is another one I've purchased numerous. Skeleton Horde, Agro's Dunes, Gilliman Flesh, Black Templar, the Basilium Grey. These are all ones I've already like went through pots like once or more than that. Like I had to buy more. Skeleton Horde is some of the best easy bone, and honestly, I use it for parchment as well. Now, the one downside to contrast, you can paint the entire model with contrast and do nothing else. Just one layer of contrast. And honestly, it's not going to look bad. However, I find if you pick them up, no matter how many models you've painted, no matter how skilled you are, how many years you've been painting, I find there's always little tiny gaps of primer peeking through. Like you missed this part of the guy's elbow, or you missed something like that. I don't know why that's the case, but it's like everybody I've ever seen. Like, yeah, here's a spot you missed. So much so that if I get that freaking camera lens working, feel free to point out in the comments on the super close-ups. Like, his left cheekbone, about 3 degrees back, still primer. Use Telstar Blue and Blood Angels Red. Warp Lighting and Snakebite Leather have become. Oh, Snakebite Leather! I've used this. I've used at least 3 or 4 Snakebite Leathers at this point. I love Snakebite Leather. Oh, Bane, you know what okay, I've actually been using less Snakebite Leather recently because 2 layers of Aggro Rose Dunes gives you the same effect with more control. So for a bigger surface, I do that instead. White primer is the devil for missed spots. Yeah, no, for sure. That's why other than when I do contrast painting, I love priming in black. Look at this face. Like, one layer of contrast. You can't complain with that. I'll put that on camera all day long without any highlighting. Later, Ice. Can you use ogres for a warband? No. There's a mercenary ogre, right? Like as a whole warband? No. That would be horrible. Oh, wait. The thing I forgot to do is man chest. Yeah, look at those pecs. Make it a little bit darker. Iron sword. I haven't looked at iron swords in forever. Obviously, you won't be starting with them. On Moreheim for the ogres list. We're not going to do. We're only going to be using the straight up stuff out of the core book. No, sorry. To be fair, we are going to use a living rule book. But like warbands and stuff, we're using the basic ones. Because two of the guys in the campaign never played before. And the undead are already going to be powerful enough for them to deal with. Remember years ago we did a Mordheim campaign at Mini Wargaming? Not the last one we did, but one we did probably 5 or 6 years ago. We were cheering when we finally killed Lucas Vampire, who was just mucking us in every mission. Vampires be strong. Honestly, with contrast painting, I dry brush up Mechanica Standard and then mesh on Graves for it. Yeah, you can do that. I do that a little bit too. Joe Grant, have a good night. Yeah, Nico. The last Mordheim campaign I did, I played Beastman. And then right away, my Centaur gets the triple move thingy. Run and charge triple with an 8-inch base move. Pfft. Let me tell you, that was overpowered. Stormbolt, are you still here? Strength 14 for base and most of it's happily strength. Yeah. So I didn't notice this before because I never played the Witch Hunters before because like the malls I never had access to. But the Flagellants, they're base strength and toughness 4. Like you can start off with like 5 of them. They're 40 crown a piece. Friggin' peanuts, that's awesome, dude. Alright, we've done all the flesh. Yeah, I'm only going to bring 2. I feel like I need more than that. I downloaded a file. I bought a file on my mini factory that can replicate like dogs just like this. I thought, I'll just stick with 2. Played a lot more time. All right, so how well is the Sisters Warband going to be No novices. It's 6 sisters, but we allow them to buy swords because of the models. So 6 sisters with swords, and then all of the characters. But we have one with double whip, one with a relic and a mace, and 2 with the one and the mate sister superior with a Sigmarite warhammer. Is that an appropriate strength? This is going to be the black one. No, this will be the black one. Okay. Yes, Silver Stout. No, student subjective. Worst case scenario, I have the middle 2 weeks of October booked off for vacation. Did you see my message, Steve? Steve, I know it's far away, but I have a week off in December. Oh, dude, send me a message in Discord, and we'll set that up. But I also have time off in December. So what week do you have off in December? Send me a message on Discord tomorrow. And again, if I've ever missed your message, just repost it, because I'm up and down a lot. I usually miss messages. What was I saying? More time soon? Oh, worst case scenario, I have 2 weeks off in the middle 2 weeks off in October. That's my get it done by. So if it's not out by then, it'll be out by then. What am I doing? But I want it out before that, because I want to use those 2 weeks to work on other things. I noticed that the camera, my hands are always in the shot. I get the camera over my other shoulder. Just strange decision. Yeah, well, so the sisters being able to parry, I don't think is going to be a problem. I don't think it's going to be overpowered by any means. Because it's not like they can't get swords throughout a campaign, typically. There's not just to start with them. Silver Stout, totally agree. The Sword Sisters, yeah. The whips and hammers are 2 of the best weapons in the game. 100% agree. Well, the hammer, it's just 15 points for +1 strength. It's one of the best starting weapons in the game, for sure. Awesome, tomorrow I'll get you right after this stream. But the whips, some of the best equipment in the entire game. The swords would be good. Oh, okay. So you Mordheim veterans, what do you say if we allow our people to pick our spells? So many spells are useless. I've never played a campaign where we were able to pick them, so I don't know if it's going to offset the. I don't think it'll offset the damage. Definitely won't go overpowered. Just not playing against it personally. Yeah. You wouldn't play against somebody with swords on their sisters? Did you have damage bonus against vampires? I think I had. Oh, I thought I had the. I thought I had the book opened. But apparently I don't. Sisters, where are you? Oh, those are prayers. Okay. Hey, where's the hammer? Oh, plus one to... Jeez. Yeah. The weapon's better than I remember it as. Plus one to wound against possessed and undead. It's pretty dang good for 15 points. Some are wearer powered. Pretty OP. We're talking about spells. Are we talking about like no, don't allow spell picking? Because the way I see it, if something's so OP, then it shouldn't be in the game. We'll just rule that it can't be in the game. But more often than not, you get a spell that, not the more often than not. If you see, who can cast a spell for the sisters? Can the augur cast spells or just the matriarch? Actually, it's been. I used to play sisters. It's been so long. Blessed sight. No. So the matriarch. Okay, so if you see Jackson running out with his matriarch, and it's his power is just absolutely useless, something you're never gonna be able to use. That's gonna be kind of lame. I'd rather him have something he can pick. Where are they? They can take prayers. Okay, Hammer of Sigmar. If he picks that, plus 2 strength, difficulty 7. I don't care. That's fine. Hearts of Steel, difficulty 8. Sure. Soulfire, difficulty 9. Yeah, but it's difficulty 9. Pick it. I don't care. Shield of Faith, priest immune to all spells. Difficulty... See, I'd be upset if I got that prayer. Healing Hand. Awesome. Armor of Righteousness. Difficulty 9. That's pretty good, but it's difficulty 9. Yeah, I don't see a problem with picking. Picking spells has the potential of game breaking. Can you give me an example, Bane? Correct. Don't allow spell picking. I'll tell you guys right now, straight up. I'm leaning on we're picking spells. I haven't seen an argument otherwise. Other than no, don't do it. Because I'm reading them all. Like, for example, I have... Okay. I purchased a double-handed weapon on my... Hey, Chris, how's it going, dude? We're just doing more time. Okay, so I purchased a double-handed weapon for my warrior priest. Because that was the model I was able to find. Cool-looking model. What if he has a rolling hammer or Sigmar? Well, it's kind of lame. You can roll every time you get a new spell. Yeah, but that's rare. Hey Steve, I'm new to Warhammer, looking to build a dwarf army for Old War. Any suggestions on to start? Yes, almost everything you can, everything you want is available to buy except for dwarf warriors. If you have a 3D printer, there are a ton of dwarf warrior 3D files you can buy because they're out of production. You can't buy them anymore, or you can try to find used dwarf warriors. Other than dwarf warriors, Games Workshop sells everything you need for the dwarf line. Oh, sorry, not dwarf warriors and not cannons, But those models you can find. If you've ever trouble looking for them or finding them, send me a message. Help me try to source those models. But dwarfs are a good start. I mean, like all your special units are still available for the most part, I believe. Yeah, all your special units are available. Go do it, man. Every start a fantasy army. What about roll 2 pick? Yeah, I can. Yeah, 6 something like that. Like that's. I just don't want to. I don't want. It seems like all the prayers are pretty good. Seems like all the prayers are pretty good. But I just don't want a character to like. Is there a what's the next one? Necromancy, Life Stealer. It's really good, but it's like difficulty 10. I just want a character. I just remember playing so many games where our characters didn't have a spell. Like, oh, I'm not gonna bother casting anything. It's nothing here to cast. Ah, no, what's fantastic with that? Live Free 2015. You said, is your channel do you? Just make sure everyone agrees. That's it. Roll twice and pick could work. Yeah, I just really don't want. What did? I can't remember. It must have been Skaven. I think it was Skaven. Magic with the Horn Rat. No, that's a good spell. That's a good spell. No, that's a good spell. Wait, I think all these good spells are in every lore? I remember playing a game where somebody had a spell, and I was like, it's never gonna be a cast. There's gotta be some lesser magic? No, that's a good spell. No, that's a good spell. No, that's a really good spell. That's good. Is it a Chaos Ritual? Why is the bottom plate square? Aren't they for 40k? No, they're from Mordheim. I converted them for a game called Mordheim. I'm sorry, I can't say your name. I don't understand those symbols. That alphabet? Is that what it's even called? Necromancy's the worst? I'm looking for Necromancy. Life Stealer seems pretty good. That seems really... It's difficulty 10, though. That's almost overpowered. But it's difficulty 10. Oh, I think it was Reanimation. I played a game with a guy who had Reanimation but no zombies in his list. But, like, that's dumb because you would always have zombies in your list. I think it was Luca, though. Death Vision's not fantastic. Spell of Doom. Yeah, I don't think it's fine. I mean, they're going to pick the most OP spell dangerous, or they're going to be a Mage Fest. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. Okay, give me an example of the most OP spell that we're all gonna like if we all had that would throw off the campaign. I can't see any once. Okay, so if that's, I'm all over the place here. If that's true, what spells would you remove? Like you're not allowed to have this spell. We're taking it out of the campaign because it's too overpowered. If you have nothing that goes on that list, then there's no reason to not pick your spells. Is my basic reduced down to the simplest forms argument. If there's nothing, if there's no spell that's so overpowered that we should remove it, then whatever. They'll probably drop Empire at launch and trying to end up in Wave 2. We're talking about, does anyone suffer from hobby attention issues? I do. Yep, I won't do all things in the game, end up with a piece of everything and nothing complete. Yeah, I mean, typically when I paint, I'll paint a bunch of this stuff, a couple of layers, like I'll do all the skin, I'll throw it all off to the side, and I'll put a bunch of 40k on the table, and do a bunch of, I'm like that. But for me it works, I get a bunch of stuff done. You gotta find out why you're not getting stuff done. But we all, like Timur said, we all have our pile of shame. Man, all new AOS pretty much for Mordheim. Yeah, that's it. Like I think, well, my zealots, Zach, are flagellants, but I think everything here is a new model. It doesn't have to do much reanimation as you get. I assume the launch points to be the polar because. Oh, tomorrow. Okay, Mordheim is. Do you understand the setting? The setting is the best reason to play the game. But okay, either way, Mordheim is a skirmish scale game where your warband goes into a city called Mordheim that's been destroyed for lore reasons. And scattered amongst it is weird stone. So you go in there and try to gather up your weird stone and then level up, buy more equipment, and basically you're an adventuring party trying to get rich off of weird stone. So you go in there, get your weird stone, and there's a bunch of people trying to do it, and there's undead and skaven all in there killing you. It's risky and dangerous, but that's how you get rich, and the peripheries of Mordheim. And it's just a skirmish scale. It plays like Warhammer. What edition was the most similar? Does anybody know what edition it most closely resembles? Is it a 4th or 5th? Maybe 6th. Is this one model at a time? Activate. Is it a precursor to 6th? Was it 6th? Because it doesn't feel like 5th. It doesn't feel like 6th either. Yeah, but yeah, that timing is right. Precursor to 6th. So yeah, okay, just old school Warhammer Fantasy skirmish skill. It's like one of my all-time favorite games. It's so amazing. My favorite Beastman spells were the... Yeah, I don't worry about the Beastman spells because we're not allowing Beastmen in the campaign. But yeah, I love the Beastmen. ADHD is my issue. When I played Dark Elves Doombo, it's just unfair. But we're not allowing Dark Elves to be in the campaign either. We're only using the core rules. And I just read all the spells, and I can't find a reason to be upset that anybody, like, there's nothing there like, oh, he picked that spell, great. So, in the context of we're using only the core rule book, can anybody here say they know what spell's going to get picked? Because I just read them. I have no idea what anybody would pick as their spell. It's going to be whatever plays, like, their play style. Luke is playing Undead. Max is playing Skaven. Jackson's playing the Scissors of Sigmar. I'm playing the Witch Hunters and the Cult of the Possessed. Yeah, so far, like, I probably wouldn't take so far. I think I personally would rather have the healing, I think. But, yeah, I can see so far not being terrible. Like, yeah, absolutely. Go take it if you want it. I wouldn't complain if anybody did, though. Let's read it again just to make sure. So far, difficulty 9. Remember, it's difficulty 9. All enemy mauls within 4. So far, strength's 3 hit. No armor saves are allowed. Undead and Possessed take strength 5 hit instead. So, I'm the guy who will be playing Possessed. Luke will be playing Undead. They take a strength 5 hit instead. Who cares? Both of those armies are pretty strong. I don't care as a Possessed guy. Luke's vampires are already really, really strong, and they have fear across the board. Like, I would give that spell for free playing against Undead. Undead's really strong. And it's difficulty 9. Like, my gut tells me I want to take Healing Hand. It's difficulty 5. It's more reliable. That's what I'm saying. I don't think... If somebody rolled Soulfire or Healing Hand, great. Yeah, I don't see the obvious. This is the one we're all going to take. Compared to Word of Pain, what is Word of Pain? That sounds like a Dark Elf thing. We don't have that in the game. What is the difference between the Sisters and the Witch Hunters? They sound pretty similar. The Witch Hunters are ranged. Yeah, aesthetically they're very, very different. Lore-wise, they're very different. And the Witch Hunter, there'll be a cool blurb. It's in Dark Magic. There'll be a cool blurb about the Witch Hunters not liking the Sisters. Lesser Magic, Horned Rat. So Dark Magic is not in the core rulebook. Oh, it's Possessed Spell. Prayer to Sigmar, Necromancy, Chaos Rituals. Word of Pain. All mauls within 3 to Chaos Mage, friend or foe, suffer strength 3 hit. No armor saves are allowed. Actually, it's pretty good. You get it off 50% of the time, and there's a 3-inch range. So your wizard has to be within range of the enemy. Does that seem that bad? So 50% of the time, if your wizard's gonna cast his spell, if he's within 3 inches of the enemy, they're gonna take a strength 3 hit with no armor saves. Now, no armor saves is almost meaningless, because I guarantee you nobody's gonna get a decent armor save by the end of this campaign. This doesn't happen. Armor doesn't matter here. So 3-inch range on your wizard, difficulty 7. As opposed to, I'm going to pick one at random. Here, you know what else? 3. Dark Blood, difficulty 8. The spell has the range of 8, causes D3 strength 5 hits. If it hits the first monolith's path after using the spell, the Chaos Mage must roll an injury table for himself to see how dangerous the wound is, although treat the out of action as a stunned result. So, he might hurt himself. That seems pretty good, but it's D3 strength 5 hits. Why would I not want that as well? What's the first one? Vision of Torment, difficulty 10. I hate that spell because it's difficulty 10. The spell has a range of 6. It must be cast in the closest enemy model. If the Chaos Mage is in hand-to-hand combat, not somewhere you want to be with your mage, he must choose his target from those base contact with him. The affected model is immediately stunned, and the model cannot be stunned. It is knocked down instead. On difficulty 10? Why is this a problem to pick? No, I'm allowing picking. No Purple Sun. Start by setting your goal as completing a squad, then build a... Oh, yeah. So, Bane, I found out... I used to say stuff like that. I find that everybody's different, unfortunately. Like, there's a bit of advice that works for me. If I need to get something done, I put a rule that I sit my butt on this chair until said unit or vehicle or whatever is done. I'm not allowed to go out. Like, I can put YouTube on, I can put videos on, I can get, like, drinks in the fridge, and I can use the facilities. Other than that, nothing else allowed to be done. Now, that works for me, but that won't work for everybody, unfortunately. You about to get soul-fired? Well, I don't mind getting soul-fired. Who's soul-fire again? Soul-fire is Pressure Sigmar. So, me and... only Jackson and I can choose soul-fire. So, all models within 4 of the Servant of Sigmar must suffer strength... What's our strength 3 and 6? I'm not choosing Soulfire. I think I would rather have Healing Hand. I would take Healing... I wouldn't even choose Soulfire, my dude. 10 is really hard to cast. And Soulfire is a 9. Oh, sure, yeah, but Bane Harlow, yeah. Unfortunately, everybody needs different advice. It sucks. Because it's for doing this job for 8 years, I get that question often, and yeah, it's hard to tell people because some people need different advice. Some people need to be told just only paint when you're in the mood to paint. If you're not in the mood to finish, don't finish. But that's the problem for some people. It's weird. It's hard to give painting advice. If you're not into it, you're not into it. Use contrast, get it done, throw a bunch of washes, and move on. I guess that's where my advice lies nowadays. If you're just not into it, you're not into it. Don't force yourself to be something you're not into. For some people, like I know Cullen, he loves audiobooks for painting. I can't. They work. They don't. I can't listen to audiobook while painting. Yeah, no, Bane, I understand that. I was trying to say, it's a hard thing to suggest how to get over it or around it or through it because it's different for everybody. So everybody asking that question, you're the only one who can really answer that question. Oh, what I do find actually works really well for most everybody. Now, you'll know right away if my next suggestion won't work for you. Go to the store and sit down at the table and paint with people. If that sounds terrifying and you don't want to do it, it's not going to work for you. But if you're comfortable doing that, that'll probably work for you. What warbands are based game? There's like 3 human ones, like all the Empire, like, but they're all the same, but minor variations. So the human ones, like the Mordheim, Marienburg, the Empire dudes. There's the Witch Hunters, the Sisters of Sigmar, the Skaven, the Cult of the Possessed, the Undead. They get them all? Cult of the Possessed, Undead, Witch Hunters, Middenheimers, Reichlanders, Sister Sigmar, Skaven, Marienburgs. Yeah, I got them all. Oh, South Park's fantastic to paint too, my dude. I love that one too. Contrast on Nids, and I love contrast and Nids. Yeah, exactly, Zach. No, but all joking aside, now this streaming for me, I get nothing done. But sitting at a table with a bunch of people, I could paint forever. Like if I didn't have to look up a chat, like this is why I tend to get more done when I put my headphones on and chat with people on Discord while I'll do this. I'll get more done. But if I keep my head down and just keep painting. Then Hobby Guitar, get there in person. Your store probably has a paint today. Bork, bork. You know what? Am I wrong about that? Am I wrong to assume most stores have paint days? Every time, like, there's always people painting at the store that I go to. Every day's a paint day. So, okay, all right, Chris, what's your favorite then? I've never played Witch Hunters. This is my first time playing them. I think my favorite is Skaven. Marienburg? Why Marienburg? Why Marienburg? I played... No. Why? Okay, Chris, why? Why? If you're going to play the human dudes, why not Reichland? I'm demanding justification here, Chris. I did play Marienburg like 4 or 5 years ago in that campaign I was talking about earlier. Marienburg's good, but they're not Reichland. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that, Chris. Okay, alright. That's a good answer. So Marienburg, okay. When you play this game, for those of you who don't know, you start off with 500 crown, 500 gold pieces to build your warband, 500 points. Marienburg gets 100 extra points, 100 extra gold pieces. It's kind of huge. But Reichland gets starting BS4 for the crossbowmen, which is, I think the appropriate term here for that is nanners. Because while Marienburg might get an extra 5 or 100 crown, Reichland just wins. And thus gets all the crown. You don't think +1 BS on your crossbowman is worth more than 100 crown? Like, honestly. Or are you one of those filthy not shooter guys? No one has ever full armor till the end when all your heroes are on top. Yeah, I played a campaign years ago with Owen. He had a Bretonian, one of his characters on a horse, like a lance, the full 2-up armor save, crazy like 24-inch charges. Like, you basically had to stay off the main ground, the main level. Freaking love this game. But like he played into it. Like he would have with his arrogant, haughty knight trying to taunt people to come to the ground. He played the rest of his warband like peasant idiots as squires. He played into it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I live for... Okay, you know how I said, like, what's overpowered and should be banned? I would almost ban Reichland. Even though late game, they're nowhere near as good as, like, the Possessed or Undead. Undead's the strongest, I think, for sure. But people used to complain like crazy about slings in the Skaven. I never understood the problem. But to be fair, I was biased. I played Skaven. But, like, the BS4... Reichland crossbows. I'm like, stop. Just stop shooting me. I'm just trying to get my glowy green stones. Which campaign? The one with Owen or the one with the Reichlanders? Because it was Josh who played the Reichlanders. This is one of my glowy green stones, Josh. Leave me alone. There's more to catch-up mechanics. Yeah, there is. Oh, see, that's the thing. That's why I love Mordheim so much. You could play against somebody who's like 3, 4, 5 times more powerful than you. You can still get your experience, your crown, your gold, everything you need. Like, winning doesn't matter. Like, it does, but it doesn't. Mordheim for me is like, I won't do it because we're going to record everything, but like, it's more than acceptable to show up to a game to like, I concede. I'm out. I choose the bottle. Like, set off some plebs, let them die, and then bottle, and then go to your post-game stuff. Because the post-game stuff is, for me, more fun than the actual game. Because you send off your heroes to go exploring and collect extra money. I love the post-game stuff so much. BS4 crossbow is so close. Oh, no, sorry, I read that. Steve, you use all the Broheim stuff? Nope, never even read it. Just use the living rule book. Wait, okay, hold on. I've heard Broheim come up a couple of times. Is there something there that I need to be aware of? Oh, that's fair. Moreheim is fun. It has never once made money. It has lost money 100% of the time it's been done. But I've loved every one of them. You gain more experience than Lord rating, yeah. Yeah, no, Chris, I know Broheim is now. I've been on the website, but like I'm not going to go read it all unless somebody tells me there's areas I should read. Oh, okay, that's the official one. Gotcha. Because we're just going to play a basic campaign out of the book, and if we enjoy doing it and it is either remotely successful, then we'll expand into more and more Mordheim stuff. But we're not going to add all the stuff right away. We'll keep it simple, start small, and then add in more things, like more warbands. Yeah, basic game is the most balanced. But like everybody's going to be playing in this campaign, and everybody watching should know, Mordheim's not about balance. Or like I'll say it a different way. Nobody cares if it's balanced. We're all gonna play our little thing and do our little story and try to get our glowing green stones. Nobody cares if a vampire's gonna run 18 inches and chop your head off and you're gonna roll out of action to test. It's Mordheim, baby. Like, you know how Lucas says it's fantasy, baby? Like, Mordheim, baby's more relevant. Because that's the way it goes sometimes. And then, like, a vampire can go around winning entire games by himself. The zombies very slowly go grab all the weird stone, very slowly, and the vampire does all the work. And one time, this stupid Fritz will kill a vampire. Just, that's where the dice went. And that's why it's so fun. Because everybody has a chance. Everybody's got a chance. Because when you only roll like 1 or 2 dice per model and attack, and like fours are very relevant. Like, you're more often fishing for fours than anything else. Like, you can stand up to anything. It's rough that you're winning a vampire on fives. Vampire and Flames and Cities of Gold are both cool. Don't know what they are, but I'll look into them. Let me see the little... It won't do well for one simple reason. No giant. Well, Archp, you are wrong. There may be a giant roaming the streets of Mordheim. There may or may not be custom scenarios, just for the hell of it, in our Mordheim. 100% there's going to be a giant somewhere, my dude. How could you expect her not... How do you expect me to play fantasy not throw a giant somewhere? All joking aside, I hadn't thought of it until you said that, and now I'm throwing one in. Empire in Flames is an official rulebook expansion? I don't remember that. Okay, I'm actually going to read that tonight, then. So many great hours spent losing heroes to brand new henchmen from the group. I know, that's why Mordheim's amazing. And that's how that new henchman gains his name. Random Manga, why not? We can do anything. It's our Mordheim. And like, that's the thing too, like this kind of shows it, right? It's our Mordheim. We in our Mordheim, sisters can buy swords. Sisters can parry. This chick's whip is a little bit broken. That's be part of the narrative somehow. I'm actually really upset about that. I do not like what Black Templar did to this dog. I'm now going to have to repaint this dog. In fact, I'm not liking this dog. Oh, well. I don't really like contrast on big surfaces, and I guess these count as big surfaces. The campaign will start off with just these two warbands. The other guys will be brought in later, after the first couple of episodes. So off the top of my head, it's going to work out something like Jackson and I, these two warbands will start the campaign, start the setting, and probably the first 4 episodes will be just these two warbands as we set the narrative. But then when the others get in, we have to give them something like a... Because we went 4 episodes, I mean, we had 4 games each on our warbands. We'll have to give them like a 4-episode catch-up. Oh, we gotta name all these things too. I haven't even gotten that far. I'd help it. Oh, a help it abomination should be a thing, actually. Should I be? No, Chris. Yeah, you are right. You are right, but here we are. Remember, we weren't planning on doing this. I got worn down into agreeing to it. But then after I said, yeah, I would do it, I got super excited for it. Because it gave me a bunch of ideas for the channel. Okay, we have to do a naming thing. Who wants to help me name? Okay. Jackson will do his own. Alright, well, this is my warband. Oh, not you. We got 3 witch hunters. We got a witch hunter captain, warrior priest, a couple of hounds, and some zealots. So I need a name. Let me open up a notepad. I need a name for the whole warband. Who are these witch hunters? Oh, this is a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think of this a while ago. What's the theme? Okay, I don't know. So they're witch hunters. They hate witches. Love Weirdstone. And fire. Soulspire. What's the theme? Oh, okay, I already read that one. Johann Sternhammer's Warband. No, that's the name of the main dude. The Mortineers. Oh, is that too corny? I'm not gonna lie. I want to go with it. It hits every level of Giant Pie. It's too corny. The Forest of Perdition. Hold on, I have to write this down. It's not even. I actually might create a. Okay. So Archby. So what I'm actually gonna do, Steve's Mordheim Warband. No, you're right the first time, Giant Pie. What I'm actually gonna do when this campaign goes live, I told you it's gonna be for members only, right? But like the first episode will be free because that's how the things work. How's it going, Todd? I'm actually gonna create a new tier level of membership. It's gonna be exactly the same in every way as a Mountaineer, but it's gonna be called the Mordineers. Just to see, like, you can sign up for the campaign that way, just to see if I can track somewhat what the campaign did. But you did create a new tier level. Okay, more out of this Order of Saint Mordineers is too corny for me. The Fires of Perdition, the Majesties, more time, more no. Righteous Booty. Okay, all right, we're on the track again. The Choir. I like the Choir. Oh yeah, this Sisters Warband, but I'll let Jackson, unless he wants you guys to help him name it, I'll let Jackson name his own warband. But he's been playing Sisters. Jem, we're doing the Witch Hunters first. No, Zach. No, we're not gonna infringe on somebody else's IP. The Misters of Sigmar? No, it's okay. We're gonna stick it. We're focusing on the Witch Hunters. Yeah, I sure have Silverstone. You know what? I think we're calling them the Mordineers. Maybe this was a mistake asking you guys. Oh, I gotta name these shits. I hate this. Okay, no joking. If you would ask Matthew, if you remember, like, if you would ask him what's the thing he hates most about campaigns, this is it right now. It's naming stuff. I got a head up. We need a dog named Brutus. Okay, well, when the dog be Brutus. Later, Sixpenny. We got one dog named. I like explosive legends. Rufus for a dog. Brutus and Rufus. Rufus. I can get behind Rufus. The Sacred Order of Flame. Oh, live. Live. Live Free 2015. Anything. I do like things. Klingons are too. Nico, are you having a separate conversation? I feel like you're having a different... Okay. The Mordheim Inquisition. Jim White, back on top. Foo the battle pump. Chris? Chris? You're falling behind, brother. Oh my gosh. Lucas is gonna name one of his guys Stevie. Keep up. There's like... Is it just two? There are three campaigns Lucasfilming, two campaigns Lucasfilming at the moment. He has a character named Stevie in it. It's more than done. Carnosaurus. Big ham dammers. Squirrel. That's yep. That's. No, I need to remember if there are things I like. Oh. Yeah, I get you. I used to do that. Like I used to name like all my Death Watch teams that were based off of like Baldur's Gate or a Final Fantasy game. I would name off all those characters. You know, Timmy the Hammer. Do you want this guy to be Timmy the Hammer? I don't think this guy looks like a Timmy the Hammer to me. It's the sympathy of distraction. Oh, I was on the phone a long time today. A long time subjective, like a good 15 minutes. I'm telling you, I think this guy's gonna explain to me how the scam works. He at first maintained he was, you know what, this is a separate story, we're not gonna get off on this one. But like he tried to maintain for a good long time that he was in Ontario. He finally admitted he was in India. You know what? We're not gonna talk about the duck cleaning people. Reinhold's Revenge. Ooh, actually, I can name him after. What was the second one? Reinhold made me think of it. The second Blade movie. Name him after all the vampire dudes. They were meant to hunt Blade. Well, if we're trying to stay in lore, these should be German-esque names, right? Fate Seekers, Truth Seekers. The Volkmars. Timmy. I don't think the Witch Hunters really work in an order. That can work for the Sisters. But the Witch Hunters are literally just mercenaries. Yeah, the Blood Pack. Oh, hell, I gotta Google the Blood Pack. Let's see if this one makes sense. Okay, we got Assad, Chupa, Lighthammer. We can use, wait, hey! All the names disappeared. Nomak. Wait a minute. Okay, apparently I can't Google. Two rats and overcome. Yeah, concedes. You can. If you can hide that joke. So we have Demakinos, Assad. Oh, hey, stop! Why can't my... Oh, there we go. Snowman. I don't think Snowman's going to work. Well, one guy's named Priest. No, it's not going to work. I'm digging Reinhardt, though. Reinhardt's, he's up there to lead the Mordineers. John Jacob. This is my fault, really. All right, Chris, Chris, it's your job to name everybody now. Please don't name them all Chris 1, Chris 2, and Chris 3. Stormbolter should probably get one, but he's got them all already. Maybe he'll be their patron, send them in. I'm gonna base them off one of the cities in the Empire? Probably not. I kind of see them as like literal mercenaries. Zugben is concede in German? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. How would you pronounce that? Any German speakers here? Timothy, not Timothy. Well, Chris, you're not paying attention is what you're doing. Oh, frickin' penis. We call him Aaron Yeager? I was just make you name everybody there, Chris. Does anybody here speak German or can... Can you phonetically spell out... What was the name again, Zach? Zugabin? Yo, what? I can... Hold on. I'm painting. You can do two things! No. Don't chat right now. I'm trying to copy and paste. My right hand doesn't work. Ah, stop chatting! No! Stop chatting, you guys! No, stop it! That...
Zugeben.
Zugeben? Does that sound right? Zugeben? Penis, did I say it right? Zugeben? I'm putting it on the list. And then, just in case I forget tomorrow, I'll type in concede next to it. Well, Flammable Hero, like Jackson in the Moon phase, I'm going backwards. Z's found... No, it just said... Wait, did I mishear it?
Zugeben.
Zugeben?
Zugeben.
Like... Zugeben?
Zugeben.
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 Okay. Zugeben. Rip and... I got some base coats on a dog, Flammable Hero. That's pretty good. Progress looks different to everyone. This guy might be Zugeben. Why Fufu the Battle Pup? You better tell me why first. Timothy means shiny. What's the German word for eye? Like the eyeball eye. Where does Fufu the Battle Pup come from? If I send Fufu after somebody and I don't understand what it means. A-U-G-E.
PronounceNames.com.
I think you're lying to me.
Auge.
That's French. Wait, did I misspell it? Augie? Is it Augie Zugeben? Foo-foo. Sound more angry? Which one? On the foo-foo? Or the Augie Zugeben? Augie Zugeben. Augie Zugeben. Is my leader named Augie Zugeben? Tulip the Dash Hound? Truthon? So just always... I can barely pronounce English words. Should I really call my warband leader I concede? It's called bottling, not conceding, in Mordheim. I feel like I made no progress tonight, either on painting or naming my warband. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna spell phonetically though. I will do research. Thank you. How is it spelled? A-U-G-E. Augie Zugeben. Paint more, you fiend. I'll paint tomorrow. Not Necromunda? Wait. No. What's it called when you loot? Did I close the book again? Nope. Where are the missions? My legs are shaking. I need to use the facilities. Nope, that's exploration. Let's level up. Like 4/5 the book is how to level up. Wait, that's magic. I didn't go. What? Where are the missions? Are they after skills? What? Apparently my road test. Road test! Thank you, Livery. Nice and angry sounding. Augie Zugeben! I feel like I'm doing a bad Japanese accent when I say it. Augie Zugeben! Did I do a racism? Ludwig. I can have Ludwig. I like Ludwig. Rhino. No Rhino 7s? I'll have a Van Helsing. This guy will be Van Helsing, and I will take the Healing Hand spell. Rhino 7. No, Rhino 7. Luke is 100% going to call somebody Rhino 7. He'll call him Reinhold Sven. Reinhold Sven. You know what? I'm going to steal it before he does it. Reinhold Sven. Or I just call the dogs Reinhold and Sven. I can't. Somebody paid. Holy bolts. Oh, what the heck? Why is Kapowski going on? Ramstein. Duash. How many points to make a hard body Warcloth? Hard body might show up in the campaign. Ferdinand. I'll just name them all off my favorite explorers. Luther. Okay, hold on. Luther, Reichswald, Steichenrugs, Gesellschaften. I don't know what I said, and I'm sorry if it was inappropriate. The Hallowed Hunters? Ooh, I like Hallowed Hunters. I don't know if I like it more than the Mordineers. Was that Giant Pie? Giant Pie, I think they're called the Mordineers. D. Bart. D. Die Hexenjäger? Wait, hold on. Hexenjäger. I feel like I know those words. Isn't D? That's the, right? Hexenjäger Rudolf Wagner. Oh, no, I was naming off the Die Hard villains. I'll name them all every from Nakatomi Tower. What was the guy's name? The main bad guy. That's what I'm doing. I got there without you guys. You guys were no help at all. The Hallowed Hunters are Mordineer. That's probably where we're... Okay, hold on. I'm going to add that. But... Hunters. Hans Gruber. Should I just name him all after... I feel like that's been done already. Now that... You know what? I think we already did that. Am I reusing that stupid joke? Now that they're saying Hans Gruber, I'm damn near positive we've already done that joke. Dang. Timur, he would be the first replacement character. This is oh! I should still do it and then release it in Christmas. Dang. You guys want to wait a couple more months for this? Hans McGruber. Pat me groin. Oh. But then how many, if I didn't pull after the guys from the tower, how many get a Reinhold Sven in the list? No, I'm not doing that tomorrow. We have the Hallowed Hunters of Mordineer. We have Reinhold Sven. We have Brutus and Rufus and maybe Foo for War Dogs. I'm worried about, I don't know what that means. And then Augie Zugabin. Reinhold and Sven are the dogs. But somebody paid $2. We can't just make super chats mean nothing. Fufu may be a must. Oh, Fufu was from Quest. Okay, yeah, we have to talk about Fufu then. Maybe, okay, we'll do. Hold on. We've already done the Chris, because we've already done Die Hard. We gotta do Die Hard 2. So we gotta use do they even have names? Urkel Hans. When Luca will do like one of the William Sadler naked Tai Chi things in a hotel for the intro of the video. The names aren't going to be German though. Those are just Americans. Klaus Hohenheim? Yes, Fufu lives. Everyone needs a Klaus. Why do we need a Klaus? Yeah, the Marines from Die Hard too. Put foo-foo on the list. We have the entire cast of Die Hard 3. Unless I'm just doing this wrong. What was the guy's name? Simon Peter what? Simon Peter Gruber. Am I doing this wrong? I should stick with Die Hard 1 names, and then the sequel campaign I'll go through the American names. Google Translate of the Hallowed Knights of Mordheim. Is that what you had me try to say? Okay, we have to have a close. Okay, why do we have to have a close? I feel like I'm not as pop cultured as the rest of you guys. Why do we need a close? The freer Die Hard. We'll have an Argyle for sure. Castle. Oh, then I can make a shirt I can sell, and they'll say ho ho ho. Now I have a crossbow. No! Repeater handgun. Oh, hell no, I want to make that. Go on the list. Chris, in between all the painting you do, can you draw me a repeater handgun for a shirt? For my Christmas shirt? I want to wear ho 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 now, I have a repeater handgun. Oh, I get it. Tomorrow, yes, Umbrella Academy. I loved it. Klaus is by far the best character. He is freaking hilarious. Yeah, I need that, Chris. I need that. I need that like you wouldn't believe. I'm gonna see if I can get it on a ugly sweater. Now, nobody in my real life will understand the joke whatsoever, but you all will. Can't wait till we get to Live Free or Die Hard and I get a Justin Long in my Warband. Alright, I'm getting nothing done. We're done here. Duke Nukeisms. Okay, let's save this. Cap locks. Damn, normals are getting more than jokes. You see, you Timothy Ramstein, it means shining, brilliant Ramstein. See, oh, that's a better idea. No, that's a better idea, Chris. Can you give me a witch hunter holding the... You know what? You figure it out, buddy. Either way, I'm going to add the words ho ho ho. Now I have a repeating handgun. And I'm going to wear it on an ugly sweater. Wait, hold on. Give me a quote first. Tell me how much... Because I don't know if your drawings cost $47,000. And if that's the case, I don't want it. But let me know how much it costs first. Yeah, no, Nico. I'm gonna go use the restroom, and then I'm gonna come right back for you. I'll call you on Discord in a few minutes. I'll buy that as an ugly sweater. Man, I'm still trying to get Teespring to take a design for a shirt and lower it so that I can make my own gut plates. Alright. Thanks for hanging out in the stream tonight, guys. We got nothing done as always. Appreciate you all. See you in the next one. Oh, see you in tomorrow. Horsehair, she's going up 4,000 points of Dark Angels versus Mechanicum. Myself versus Mitch. I'll be a Warhound on this. I have a 4,000 point Mordheim game, including Mechanicum. Stick around for that, and then a live stream on Thursday. Happy working. See you on the next one. Call you? Okay, Chris. I'm gonna give me 5 minutes. I have to use the restroom, and I'll call you in a minute. And I'll call you Nico after that.